guys, my name's Lydia and welcome back to my channel. I haven't filmed in a while. I have gone through a bit of a slump with filming videos for BookTube, but it was my birthday yesterday. I turned 26 and I got quite a few books, so I figured what better way to make my belated return to BookTube than with a book haul. So there is quite a stack here, as you can see. These are all books that I have received as a gift for my birthday, minus one, which is a book called How to Speak Cat, which my sister's boyfriend gave to me, which I've already read. I am now fluent in cat. So there are in total 13 books, including that one, so 12 that I'm going to feature in this video. So yeah, I feel really spoiled for choice with what to read, with everything that's been given to me. And I'm especially bowled over that most of these books, 2/3 of them, are from people I've met through the BookTube community. I'm so grateful to all the people I've met through BookTube and all the friends I've made and friends I will hope to continue to make, and friendships that I really need to nurture because I'm terrible at keeping in touch with people. I am beyond grateful for everything that I've been gifted for my birthday, and let's get to it. So I'm going to start with the books that were gifted to me by my family. These are all books that I asked for because my parents know better than to try and buy books for me, because inevitably they will buy me something that I've already read or I've already bought. So they rely on me telling them exactly what I want. So I gave them a list of 4 books and that is exactly what they got me. Book number 1 is She Gets the Girl by Rachel Lippincott and Alison Derrick. When I first heard about this book, I wasn't sure because Rachel Lippincott was the co-author of 5 Feet Apart, which I thought was a horrible book. But I've since learnt that I think she wrote it in a very short space of time with another writer after the film was already coming out. So there was quite a tight deadline and it was based on what the film was going to be. So it wasn't like her idea. Whereas this is a queer story. The authors are married, they are wives, it's very sapphic, very cute, very gay, and I really want to give this author a second chance and hopefully love this book. I've heard really great things about it. Book 2 is The Heretic's Guide to Homecoming by Sienna Tristan. And this is one that I know virtually nothing about. I saw the cover reveal for the second book online and it sounded really interesting. The book cover looked really cool. Checked out the first book. I love this cover. There are so many details on this. I love the colour. It's quite a chunky book. It is over 400 pages and it's quite small type on each page because it's printed on demand by Amazon, I think. So it's like put as much text on each page to make it as small as possible, probably. I think this sounds incredible. It is about a journey across a fantasy land. It sounds kind of like a YA version of A Song for the Wild Built, but with a bit more fantasy elements. And yeah, it piqued my interest, so I added that to my list and my parents got me that. Book number 3 is one that I've been hearing about for a long time because everyone seems to be reading it, and I think Illumicrate did a special edition, and that is Lore Olympus, which was on Webtoon first and has now been made into a book. This is volume 1. I love this cover. I mean, I don't think it's a queer story. I'm pretty sure it's Persephone and Hades, maybe. But I love the colour over the cover. This is a graphic novel, so a very quick and easy read and a beautiful addition to my shelf. And it's one of those books that I've been wanting to read for a while, but I couldn't quite justify the price to buy it for myself. So that's the perfect kind of book to put on my wish list for my parents to buy. And the last one that my parents got me from my wish list is It Goes Like This by Moreland. I am in love with this cover and I've heard so many great things about this. This is a YA about a queer band and all the drama involved with that. And it just sounds right up my street. I love the fame trope. I don't know how much it'll be used here because I don't know how famous they are. They are teenagers, but yeah. And it just sounds like such a good book. I've seen people give it really good ratings and people whose reviews I trust have raved about it. So I'm really excited to get to this one. So those are the 4 books that my family got me, and I have 8 more that have been gifted to me by friends I've made through Rose Patreon. So this is so exciting. This is very new to me, having gifts from essential strangers. Here we go. This first one is from Lotti, and that is The Girl from the Sea by Molly Knox Ostertag. Ostertag, I think, yeah. I have been wanting this book for ages. It's been on my wish list for a long time, so I was so excited when Lotti got it for me. I did receive this a while ago, maybe 10 days ago, I think. And I read it pretty much instantly, and I fell in love with this book. I've already rated it 5 stars. I don't rate many books 5 stars. I have read nearly 100 this year, and I think 16 have been 5 stars. So that's not many, but this is one of them. This is a gorgeous graphic novel. I absolutely love the art style. The characters are really cute. And what I especially love is that the back cover features 2 girls kissing. That is just perfect. I think we need a lot more of that. So thank you so much, Lotti, for this. The next one is from Tori, who has spoilt me because she has also got me a bar of Galaxy. This is not going to last long because I flippin' love Galaxy chocolate. And she has also got me Orion Lost by Alistair Chisholm. I came across this on a list, I think, of middle grade sci-fi, and it instantly stood out to me. It sounds absolutely incredible. I stuck it straight on my wish list, and I'm so glad I did because Tori got it for me. So thank you so much, Tori. I can't wait for this. I have a real hankering for sci-fi at the moment, but I've also been loving reading middle grade. So to mix them both, I don't think I've ever come across middle grade sci-fi before, really. I am still quite new to exploring middle grade, but it does seem to mostly be either contemporary or fantasy, so I'm very excited to see what this book is like. The next 2 are both from Kay, who has been incredibly generous and sent me 2 books for my birthday, one of which I have already read, as in she sent it to me and I read it because I really wanted to read it. So that is New From Here by Kelly Yang. I have never been disappointed by a Kelly Yang book. I've read everything she's published so far and it's always been 4 or 5 stars. This was no different. This is a 4-star read. Really enjoyed this. It's a slightly hard read because it's about COVID and coronavirus and a family who moves from Hong Kong to California and the racism they endure, especially because of COVID. I really appreciated the way Kelly's written it and how real she is about it. You know, she's not sugarcoating everything just because it's a middle grade. I really like this book, so thank you so much, Kay, for sending me this. And Kay also sent me a very different book, which is one of my most anticipated romances, which is The Family You Make by Jill Shalvis. I've heard really good things about this one, so I stuck it straight on my wish list, and Kay has been so generous to buy me this as well as New From Here. So I think I might have to save this for winter just because it has snow on the cover, unless there is a readathon prompt coming up at some point that is a wintry book or a book with snow on the cover. I don't think I can read it in summer just because it looks wintry, but I love the premise for this one. I think it's about a couple who don't know each other but they're on a ski lift and it breaks down perhaps, and the guy is talking to his parents on the phone and he lies and says that the woman next to him is his girlfriend, thinking he's gonna die, and then he doesn't. So there's a bit of fake dating, but it sounds like it's not the sort of cliche fake dating that I've been reading a lot of recently. This sounds like a very original take on it, and I'm very excited to get to this, probably on a dark day. The next one is from Mercy, and that is Sabotage on the Solar Express by M.G. Leonard and Sam Sedgman. I love this series. This is the 5th book in the Adventures on Trains series. I have loved every single one. I especially loved, I think it was about the California Comet, because it's a journey I've taken before, and it really threw me back to being in California and taking the train. So I'm really excited to read this one. I think it's set in Africa. No, this one is Australia. The one before, the Safari Star, was Africa. So this is a train across Australia, and I really love these mysteries. I never actually figure out what's going on until it's revealed, which is very refreshing, especially for middle grade. They're quick reads. I blast through these so easily, and they're always a laugh. I've never rated one lower than 4 stars, so this is another guaranteed success. Thank you very much, Mercy. The next one is from Emma, who is my birthday twin. We are both April 17th babies, and this is Strange Worlds Travel Agency, The Edge of the Ocean. Ocean by L.D. Lipinski. This is the second book in the Strange Worlds Travel Agency series. I really enjoyed the first one, and I've heard that they get even better, and the second book has even better reviews. So I'm very excited to get to this one. I love with middle grade that you kind of just sink into an adventure. I find it very easy to be transported to a middle grade world, and I always find it so much more whimsical and engaging often. So thank you so much to Emma for this book. The next one is from Pia, and this is one that has been on my radar for a really long time. For a while, I think it was only available as a hardback and in the US, so it's going to be really expensive to get it. But I think it's now in paperback, and I think it might have a UK distributor, I'm not sure, or it's just a US import. And that is The Gunkle by Stephen Rowley. I heard about this ages ago, and I absolutely love the sound of it. And this cover is adorable. This is about gay Uncle Patrick, who I think he never plans to have kids, but then he ends up raising his sister's children, I think. This seems like a very heartwarming tale, and probably quite sad as well, because it will involve death, I'm pretty sure. I think Patrick is grieving possibly the death, or at least the loss of someone he loved, and I'm assuming the children's parents have died or are otherwise unable to take care of them. So I think this is going to be quite a bittersweet book, but I couldn't resist this cover, so I had to stick it on my wish list, and I am so thankful to Pia for buying this for me. Thank you very much. And we have one more, and this one is from Lisa. This is While We Were Dating by Jasmine Guillory. This is another one that's been on my radar for a while, and I'm so excited to have a copy of it now. Every now and then I get into such a romance mood, and all I want to read is romance, especially romance with famous characters, which this is. This is, they are both actors, I think. They are doing an ad campaign together, and their manager reckons that if they are seen as a couple, that will help their careers. That's one of my favourite tropes. I have read a few romances that deal with that sort of idea, and I love it. I'm such a sucker for famous characters, so I can't wait to read this one. Thank you so much, Lisa. So there we have it. I have 12 more books to add to my TBR shelf and some chocolate to devour, and I am so thankful to everyone who has bought me a book. I love the range of books that I have here. I've got graphic novel, I've got some middle grade, I've got sci-fi and romance and fantasy. I might even try and do a vlog where I read some of these. I don't know. I'm such a mood reader that I'm not very good at setting strict TBRs. So there we go. These are all the books that I was gifted for my birthday. Thank you so much to everyone who sent me a present. I really appreciate it. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. Bye!